Okay, so now I have 3 activity tags. We'll update our tags here, and we're going to see the Content Club input 1 tag for activity. So that means that it's going to, for all 3 of these tags, it's going to pull from this list of activities. So let's enter in some sports that could cause injuries. So running, of course, walking, hiking, backpacking, climbing, spelunking, if I can spell that right, baseball, football, soccer, basketball. Okay, so that's probably good. I'll save my values, close up the activity, and we'll hit update preview. So now we can see our first paragraph reads, I have tried every weight loss plan on the market. Both walking and climbing never worked. In fact, I injured myself. Soccer. But in the end, only diet pills work. So now we can see that soccer doesn't really work. So let's go back. But it could work if we said playing. So let's say playing baseball or playing football. We'll enter in playing in front of each of these. We'll save our values again. And okay, so it's going to cycle through. Looks good. Okay, so in fact I injured myself playing soccer. Great. So now check out these 2 sentences. Let's actually pay attention to these. Both backpacking and playing basketball never worked. In fact, I injured myself playing soccer. Now if you'll notice, the Content Club used different, well really it swapped in completely unique terms for each of our instances of our activity tag. And that is the Content Club's default. That if you have more than one tag in your document that is the same, so I have 3 here, I have activity, activity, and activity, that the Content Club will swap in a completely unique term each time. So there is no repetition. Now that's extremely useful in creating a more readable document. But as you can see here, our continuity between these 2 sentences is completely lost. We're first talking about backpacking and playing basketball, and now we're talking about playing soccer. So I want to bring that continuity back. And I can do that with the upper caret last or upper caret prev buttons. So let's say, I believe my first sentence had read, both running and walking never worked. In fact, I injured myself running. So really what that means is it's going to take activity 1, and then activity 2, and then it's going to repeat activity 1. And we can easily do that with the upper caret prev button. So let's get rid of the brackets around activity, and we'll replace it using the tag upper caret prev. So now really what we're telling the Content Club to do is use one of our swap in an activity here, swap in an activity, a unique activity here, but then go back and use the first activity we talked about here. So let's check this out. We'll hit update preview. Okay, so now it reads, both spelunking and playing basketball never worked. In fact, I injured myself spelunking. So we can see that it used first activity, second unique activity, and then it went back and used the first activity again. So that is totally cool for providing your readers with continuity. But say I want to switch it up. I want to do the exact opposite. I want to talk about a first activity, and then a second activity, and then I want to repeat the second activity again. Well, I do it basically the same way, except I use the button upper caret last. So I'm going to get rid of this tag, select it again, hit the upper caret last button, and we'll hit update preview. Okay, so now it reads, both running and climbing never worked. In fact, I injured myself climbing. Let's update preview again. Both walking and playing basketball never worked. In fact, I injured myself playing basketball. Okay, so we have the first tag button covered, upper caret last and upper caret previous. But now we have upper caret cap. So when do we use that? Well, let's say I want to start my sentence with my activity tag. So I'm going to say, activity really is fun though. I'm going to choose activity to be my tag. As you can see, I just surrounded it with brackets. So that means that, again, the Content Club is going to swap in one of these terms here. And let's hit update preview. Okay, so now it reads, both playing football and backpacking never worked. In fact, I injured myself backpacking. Okay, cool up to now. Now it says climbing really is fun though. Well, that sounds fine. That reads okay. But there's a problem. The climbing isn't capitalized. We need the first letter capitalized because it starts the sentence. Well, we can take care of that with the upper caret cap. So let's get rid of the tag. Hit upper caret cap here. And one thing to note, remember that space that I always get rid of? It's right here too. So let's get rid of that. And now by using the upper caret cap, which stands for capital, we're telling the Content Club that whenever it puts in an activity in this tag here, to capitalize the first letter. So let's update preview and see how it works. Cool. Both walking and playing soccer never worked. In fact, I injured myself playing soccer. Spelunking, which has the first letter capitalized, really is fun though. Okay, so that covers our first buttons up here. Let's scroll down real quick. We have two options. We can, at the bottom here, we can, once we're all done choosing our tags and putting in, either having ContentClub suggest our synonyms or putting in our own, we can, and we're happy with our article, we can save our changes. Or, if we're unhappy with our article and we don't want to save, we can go back to articles without saving. One last window we have down here that has some text in it before we click on it says, here you can put links which will be randomly used for RSS field in the output, one per line. And this is a pretty cool little feature. If you're using your articles for an RSS feed, so say you're inputting this content into a blog solution blog. If you're familiar with RSS feeds, they're usually of a particular format, and that format is title. Then under that you have content, your RSS feed content, and then under that you have your link. Well, when the Content Club generates your RSS feeds, this little window here is where you put the links that you want to be shown underneath your feed content. So I could put in dogs.com, I could put in affiliate links if I want. Really, I would put in any links that I want my surfers visiting. Now this is really only used though if you're compiling an RSS feed with your content. If you're just generating normal text articles or HTML, you won't have to worry about it. Now if we scroll back up here, we have two more buttons, and those are keyword and automatically. And I'm going to cover those in the next video. So shut this one down, load the next one up, and I'll see you there.